Hello, and my name's Robbie from the Bikepackist. In this video, we're going to be telling you the 10 best upgrades you can make to your bikepacking setup. Let's go. Coming in strong at number 1, we have Tubeless Tires. They can make your wheels lighter, they can let you carry less spares, they can self-heal, you can run them at lower pressures. Why not? They are a little bit of an investment, but the benefits that come from it are huge. So next we have carbon fibre wheels. Yes, you might think I'm crazy saying carbon fibre wheels for bikepacking and ultra cycling, but no. In my experience, I've used aluminium wheels on many bikepacking trips and carbon on many bikepacking trips, and I've always had a better experience on carbon. The first thing to mention is they're much faster and they make the work easier. And on top of that, I've always found them much more reliable. Aluminium wheels have had broken spokes, cracked rims, and they have been a bit of a nightmare at times. When carbon wheels, I've never had them break, I've never had to true them, and I've used a lot of different brands amongst my ultra cycling career. Coming in at number 3, we have Bike Fit. So the process of a bike fit is where a professional will watch you ride, then they'll make adjustments to your bike so you cycle as efficiently as possible. Some of them are roughly around $50 and others come in at as much as $500. If you invest in a really decent bike fit, you're going to be more comfortable, you're going to be faster, you're going to get less injuries, and you're just going to enjoy that bikepacking trip so much more. Coming from a bike fitter themselves, I highly recommend investing in a bike fit. It will completely change your cycling. Coming in at number 4, we have aero bars. Yes, a set of aero bars make a huge difference to your bike packing. Not only do they give you an extra position, they can make you more aerodynamic, and they're incredible to hang things off when you're running out of space. Coming in at number 5, we have a low range group set. One thing you will very rarely hear from a bike packer is, I wish I had more high gears while I was on my adventure. Honestly, you're going to want the lowest gears you can get. Not only do they help you carry all that stuff up steep hills, but when those legs get really fatigued, it just makes the work that much easier. Stop questioning yourself when you're riding going, I wish I had one more lower gear, and just get either a bigger cassette or smaller chain rings and make it happen. Hello guys, so we're halfway through this video. If you're enjoying it and getting lots of good information, make sure to subscribe to help out the Bikepackist website and YouTube channel. Stay cool. Then at number 6, we have decent tools. So if you want to make a bikepacking trip really difficult, then take crap tools with you. They'll break when you need them, you're going to be left in some really difficult situations, and you are going to have a really unpleasant experience. Don't go for those £5 Amazon multi-tools. Invest a little bit more money and spend 15-20 quid on a really good one from a brand such as Topeak or Crank Brothers, and you are going to have a tool that's going to last many years. It's going to get you out of some awful situations, and you're just going to have a better experience using it. Next, we have extra storage solutions. So no matter how good a bike packer you are, you're probably going to need more space to carry stuff. If you're like me and love riding through the night and need extra supplies because there's not going to be much open, then you're going to need to find a way to do that. I personally use a drawstring bag. These are fantastic because you can fill them up at maybe 10 PM at night, take everything you need to get all the way through till the next morning, and still have everything on your bike ready. When you're done with it, you just pack it away into a small little compartment and chuck it in one of your bags. Coming in at number 8, we have decent bikepacking bags. I personally, in my ultra cycling and bikepacking career, I have used the cheapest of bags, mid-range, and the most expensive. And one thing I have definitely found is the better ones are not just 10 times better, but 100 times better than the cheaper ones. They last longer, they're easier to use, and most importantly, they're typically very waterproof. This goes such a long way when you're on an adventure. In my opinion, if you can afford to invest a little bit more money into your bike packing bags, then I highly recommend doing it, because you are just going to get a better experience and they're going to last you season after season after season, instead of ones that are just going to give you 1 or 2 bike packing trips. Coming in at number 9, we have extra lighting. So one of my biggest fears when bike packing, and luckily it's never happened to me, is my lights breaking while cycling at night. Not only does it leave you in a really sticky situation because you can't see where you're going, but it's also very unsafe. I highly recommend taking a spare set of lights. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as what you have already. I personally have a typical normal bike front light, then I carry a head torch in case of emergencies. On the back, I always go with 2 rear lights anyway, just to make sure I'm as safe as possible. Extra lighting could get you out of a really tough situation, so I highly recommend taking a few extra lights just to make sure you're going to be okay. And finally, we have a decent power bank. So in my first 5 years of bike packing, I used to use really cheap basic power banks, and it caught me out many times. Not only did they break on me, they never had the charge they stated, and they charged really slow, and often the cables would just fall out of them. I decided once to invest in something a little bit pricier. It was about 20 or 30 pounds. It's like $30 or $40, and the experience was much better. It had much more capacity, it charged quicker, the cable stayed in, and it never broke. So I can highly recommend investing a little bit more into a power bank, because not only is it going to last you a long time, but it's going to save you in so many situations when your sat nav starts running out of battery, or if you need to charge your lighting while on the go. So thanks for taking the time to watch our video. If you'd rather this in a written format, head to the top pinned comment, which is the link to the Bikepackist website. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe. Stay cool, guys.